for a shot, followed Brúca, St Mary's Ahagallen.
Another Ulster victory, Ahagallen, Ballot Group winners, and boy do they enjoy their moment in the sun. One to go, much sought after Rí Cassette Award.
Score to me is the one aspect of the GAA that sets us aside from every other sporting organisation in the world, because through our culture, our music, song, dance and our language we can include so many people, and that's a major part, and it's a major part in your own club, and we've seen that down through the years. It caters for young, it caters for old, and I think that is the most amazing competition where you can put all ages. We're currently talking about integration, but Score has been integrated for many a year.
I remember it was Agnes that approached us that they were thinking of starting a Score. I couldn't believe it. It was a brilliant idea. Because I remember way back when we were young, you used to have to do rounds in Ahagallen Hall to get through to go for a round in Glenavy. And then when Agnes came up, well, Agnes was the fulcrum and the driving thing of everything. And suppose she put it to the club and not a problem, I would tear you away. And she did. And they did, and they done well.
We first took part, to be exact, the 20th of February 1994. It was my birthday and the snow was thick on the ground. And we went to Portlandone. We had got a ballad group together. Elaine done the solo singing, I'm pretty sure. And there might have been dancers as well. I do recall there wasn't an awful lot of people in the hall. But there was other clubs there as well. And we got up and done our bit. That night, when the results was being read out, just before they read the results out, they thanked Ahagallen for coming. So we went home with our tails between our legs and knew that we had a bit of work to do if we wanted to seriously take part.
What I remember about the school at that time was Glenavy. And I knew there was Rossa. Rossa seemed to be the older group, traditional, older type group. There's girls singing in Rossa, if I'm correct. And then Glenavy was the great ballad group.
In 1997 we met them again, and our county final was in their home club in Glenavy, and it was absolutely and utterly packed to the rafters. I remember standing along the edge of the wall. There wasn't an inch of space left in the place, and when the results was being read out, the silence that dropped when the ballot group result was being read out, I will never forget it. And it was Ian McMahon, if I'm correct, that read out the results, and he said that this time it was going up the road a bit and we had won, and it was just the best ever. Probably one of the best memories I've had in my whole Score journey. I'll never forget it.
We go up the road a bit.
I think Elaine Megatasny was the first one of our ones that won an Ulster medal, an Ulster title, and I couldn't believe it. But I think it gave inspiration to all those that followed behind her. Well, this can be done. And I know the big thing at that time was the beat Glenavy, and getting an Antrim Championship or a title was brilliant.
We all entered again as normal, and Elaine was successful in the solo singing, and she went on to win the Ulster title, which was huge for our community, huge for the club, and there was it brought a great buzz about the place. It really did. And we travelled off to the All-Ireland final, and we had a great weekend. We really did. She didn't win that year, but it was a great achievement and a great starting point for us. Absolutely.
And Agnes was into the novelty, like writing me plays, and they were brilliant. You know, and it was a real brilliant thing because it gave people over the winter time something to do. And again, they met in Agnes's house. Peter Button and all them was big into the novelty, and Agnes with the plays, some brilliant plays.
So we won 3 Ulster titles in a row, 97, 98 and 99, and met terrific ballad groups along the way from all over. Made great friends as well, friends that are still friends this day.
Pride you have on your own parish, you know, if they win, even though you're not an actual competitor, the pride that it gives you to see your own ones. But it must be really nervous for people who's doing the thing. But for us down, we were every bit as nervous as they were, and we weren't doing anything, only sitting there. But it was brilliant, and I'll never forget that. Like,
the news came out that the All-Ireland final would be coming north of the border, and that was the first time ever in the history of Score that it would be hosted in the north, which was absolutely huge. We were on the cusp of the Good Friday Agreement, things were looking up, and it was absolutely brilliant atmosphere. It was great to be on home turf. All we wanted was to be there and to have our supporters with us. The Ulster Hall actually is quite a small venue for Score, so tickets were thin on the ground, and we've done our best to get everybody in through the doors that night, and it was great to win on home turf. It was absolutely brilliant. Everybody was in the one boat. Everybody was supporting each other, whether it was somebody doing the recitation, the novelty actors, ourselves, the dancers. We were representing the one club, and there was a lot of camaraderie around being part of it. It was very, very special, and probably we don't realise how special. We're only realising it now, how special a time it was when we're now looking back on it all.
All that crack that I was there. You do get joke up. There's still pride. It's another thing you can't buy. Like, you know what I mean? You understand. You feel the same. Like, it's your parish, it's your club, it's your children. Belongs to everybody in the parish.
I wouldn't say young people are mad. I would say they're passionate. They're very, very passionate, because what you do for a reason, and you give and put the preparation in 100%, and that has been very evident in anything that Athgallon's put on the stage, way back to novelty action in early years, right up to the novelty action and dancing team, Balgam, everything that Athgallon do, they do it for the right reason, and they're getting their success and the recognition. And again, it's not all about the medals, the success stories and the celebrations, even in times of defeat, are equally as important. But no, Athgallon people aren't mad. They're mad about Score, yes, absolutely mad about Score, but they're very passionate about your club and about what you do to represent your club.
The Score was a big thing. It got people who weren't football orientated, that liked music and dance and quizzes and just the traditional stuff, and they all got involved too. Like Sheila Hahn, Sheila would never have been at a football match in her life, but she never missed Score. All those sort of people. There's more to a football club. It's not even a football. It's more to a GA club than football. We're lucky to have so many talented people in our club, and I didn't realise the time there was so many talented people. But they really lifted the whole place.
My message would be probably just to keep doing what you're doing. You have a great fun element involved in Score. Yes, everybody likes to get to the highest of standards, but the children of Athgallon, have watched them down through the years, are now young adults. If you enjoy what you're doing, you are very proud, I know, to pull on the green and white. You are very proud of your club, and your crest is a really important part. And when you do go out, you can see that, and everybody turns out in their club colours. So I would just say, continue to represent your club in the way that you're doing it, because you're doing a first-class job.
St. Mary's
roaming through the counties from Kerry to Tyrone. Dwyer and McCarthy are looking for a home. O'Hare has told the stories of glory days gone by, when Ulster, Munster, Leinster conquered out the battle cry. The Gaelic games of Ireland, forever in our hearts. They played the Gallow Ireland, Cuchulainn hit the ball into the Hound of Ulster, whose demise was to befall. The mastery and the courage that made him number one is in the minds and hearts of the heroes and their sons. The warriors rising hard on the ball, strike it like lightning as the mighty fall. Each one a hero, alive in his hand. The warriors rising, heroes of the land. The Gaelic games of Ireland, forever in our hearts. They played the Gallow Ireland, Cuchulainn hit the ball into the Hound of Ulster, whose demise was to befall. The mastery and the courage that made him number one is in the minds and hearts of the heroes and their sons. With pride held in our hearts now, we see them on their way. Our boys go down in history